Okay, so here's my daughter's pendulum set, and I've been tinkering and playing around with it a little bit, and it's pretty cool. Um, a lot of times I'll have my EMF detector here because it is necromancy, because you're trying to ask spirits questions. Okay, so I've got my EMF over here, and it's stable. Usually, what I like to do is just kind of wrap my fingers around it a little bit. Now, I shake a lot. Ever since I got sober, I shake a lot, so bear with me on that. And I'm under the weather. But anyway, okay. The first thing I want to do is address the pendulum and say only benevolent spirits are allowed to enter this space, right? Then I put it on the center, try to make it still. And then I start asking it questions. I already feel like, and the EMF detector's going off already. But I could say something like, is the witch talk fiasco going to be over soon? Let me see if it has a response. Now, sometimes there's no response. It's headed toward no. It's headed toward no. It's leaning that way. It's between no and will not answer. Okay. Is there a spirit here who wants to communicate? That's what you should ask. Yes. Okay. Are you a spirit that I've interacted with before? It's swinging a wide yes there. Okay. I'm trying to think of another question here because that's swinging pretty hard. Pretty strong yes. Okay. Let me think of a good question. Is Witch Talk ever going to get any better than what it is right now? Okay, says try again. I'm going to try to rephrase it. Are people going to start talking more about witchcraft on Witch Talk in the near future? Going around in a circle. Doesn't really know what to do with that. It now it's saying no. Now it's saying no. So don't expect any changes. Not any you want anyway. Thank you, Spirit, for communicating with me today, and I'm going to close this session with you, and we'll talk to you at an appointed time. Anyway, so there you have it. I've always been skeptical of pendulums until I started working with one about a month ago, and you can feel the pull and you can feel the energy of a pendulum. Surprisingly, and it's a lot more effective. I gotta say, it's a lot more effective than using a spirit board for me. Spirit boards, they don't usually move around much for me for some reason or the other. I don't know. But my EMF detector went to, it's right at about between the first green light and the middle light, right? It went up to this one here, which is the second to strongest when I was asking the questions. I just couldn't hold it in my hand and do the pendulum at the same time.